this is one of my oldest paintings. Well, not like old, but this was the first painting I ever did with an actual easel. That's saying something. I painted this about a year ago now, and honestly, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And it's a massive canvas, which helped my detailing skill, which was pretty inept at the time. But what I want to do in this video is I want to improve the water in this lake. Now, you can tell that it's a lake, but not like super well, because I didn't do a very good job with it. And I've learned a technique recently that I think will make water look stunning. And so, if you're ready for this, let's get right into it. So here's the lake, and here's my paintbrush. I have my absolutely smallest paintbrush. I know it's out of focus, but that's my thumb, so it's tiny. Grab your smallest paintbrush, and it doesn't even have to be too small. You just gotta be careful with it. It doesn't take a giant brush to do this. All you have to do is first decide where the light is coming from in your painting. For me, I kind of feel like it's coming from, in general, like up here. So it's going to be shining down here. And what we want to do is change the way that the water glimmers in the sun, because that's crucial. And this takes, you gotta be bold to do this. Come in right here, and just where you know the light is gonna be glinting off of the surface of the water, just add in these little tiny dashes. And you can't even really see them on this camera, but you'll see it when it's done. And you gotta be careful not to overdo it, but you just show where the light is glinting off of the water, even adding in some small dots. So I'll time-lapse this, and you can really see the difference at the end. As of right now, it's not making too big of a difference. But what you want to be certain of is that you don't overdo it, but you cluster the light where you think it'll be shining on the lake the most. If you look at a pond, you see this sort of cluster of light glimmering off the surface, and it gradually dissipates as it gets away from that. And it's a perfect way to build up a sense of light in your painting. So now we have the highlights. And I mean, it kind of looks like a mess at this point, and what will make this a lot better is adding what every highlight needs: a companion shadow. Every highlight has a shadow, otherwise there wouldn't be a highlight. And vice versa, every shadow has a highlight, because there always has to be some place that the light strikes and some place that the light doesn't strike. So, what I have on my brush is some, oh, that's out of focus, is some blue paint. And it's darker than this underlying base layer of the lake that I laid out like a whole year ago. But it's also not super dark. And I'm going to just make these tiny little strokes, and it's going to increase the contrast of the whole thing and make it look a lot better. see. That is what the painting looks like now. I will admit I probably didn't do the best of jobs because I'm still learning this too, but it has made a good difference. And if I zoom in, you can see that the center of the lake has the most glimmering, but also therefore the most shadow, aside from some places like over there that are just in general in shadow. And so what this does is it gives your painting a much better sense of light, which was something that this painting drastically needed. And yes, so that is how you can make your water look stunning. And I realize that this probably only works for like lakes and ponds, but that's in a lot of paintings. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.